150 years after the Civil War, rival armies are again facing off in Texas. Only this time, the issue they're fighting over isn't slavery, it's abortion. And their battleground, the state capital in Austin.
Shame on you! Shame on you!
Those in the Blue Army are trying to pass laws they say are pro-life. A ban on abortions after 20 instead of 26 weeks, and new regulations for abortion clinics they claim will protect women.
I'm fighting for this legislation because Texas babies deserve a chance to live.
Those wearing orange are pro-choice. They say the laws will close 37 of the state's 42 abortion clinics.
Have you thought about how you drive women back to the coat hanger days, where the illegal abortion has taken place?
Glamorous and battle-hardened, this is the undisputed champion of the Orange Army.
Ladies and gentlemen, our great friend, Senator Wendy Davis.
Thank you all. I am so proud to be standing here with you today, and of course it's an honor.
Standing is something Democrat Senator Wendy Davis is good at. On the 25th of June, she became famous for it.
Senator Davis, yesterday you gave me a sheet indicating that it was your intention to filibuster.
Yes, Mr. President, I intend to speak for an extended period of time on the bill.
In the great American political tradition of the filibuster, Davis planned to speak on the last day of the Senate session until there was no time left to hold a vote.
Nearly 7 hours. You're looking live as State Senator Wendy Davis of Fort Worth filibusters a vote on the abortion bill that passed the House yesterday.
And according to Senate chamber rules, that means no bathroom break, no sitting or leaning, and no eating or drinking. The Democratic senator is planning to speak for 13 hours straight. The special session ends at midnight tonight.
It is very frustrating to feel like the choices.
If she filibustered till midnight, Davis would kill the bill. But 3 breaches of Senate rules would kill the filibuster. There was a point of order sustained when a colleague helped her strap on a brace to support her back.
You said you didn't help her put it on, and there's a picture on Twitter right now of you helping her put it on.
And 2 more for supposedly straying off topic.
Senator Campbell, your point of order is well taken and is sustained. The chair recognizes Senator Hager for a motion.
And then something unprecedented happened. When Davis was silenced after more than 11 hours on her feet, the public gallery erupted in protest.
The secretary will call the roll.
Brewer, Duncan.
I'd like to get order in the chamber.
In the end, Wendy won, but she knew the Republicans weren't going to give up the fight.
Wendy! 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 Wendy!
Helping Senator Davis with her epic filibuster was abortion clinic owner Amy Hagstrom Miller.
I actually was able to supply Wendy with some of the patient stories that she read from the floor.
So her office contacted you and said she's going to need a lot of material, she's going to talk for a lot of hours.
Yeah.
What can we say?
Exactly. And then
abortion clinics are the main target of the Republican bill. At the moment, abortions in the first 14 weeks of pregnancy take place in clinics like this one, owned by Hagstrom Miller.
So this is an exam room.
It's a routine procedure with no surgery involved.
The procedure is so simple. It takes about 7 minutes.
But the new bill means abortions could only be performed in something much more high-tech, like this, what Americans call an ambulatory surgical centre.
ambulatory surgical centers were designed for outpatient surgery of pretty moderate complexity, things like 3 or 4 hour surgeries that involve more than one physician.
Abortion clinic providers say the raft of strict technical specifications will put them out of business.
The bill's supporters, of course, are saying that this is meant to improve health outcomes for women.
Yeah.
They want to upgrade health facilities. They want to make abortion safer.
Right. First of all, there's no safety problem with abortion care in the state of Texas that they're responding to. It's sort of their idea of a solution that's searching for a problem. Abortion is one of the safest procedures known to medicine, period. Our complication rates are really, really low.
Wendy Davis's filibuster has made her a local hero and a national celebrity.
How does it feel to have become such an icon?
It's really a privilege. It's been a privilege. Thank you. Thank you so much.
But in some ways, it was a hollow victory. Governor Rick Perry has recalled the legislature for another special session to pass the bill.
Can you name some examples of health issues that might arise that would be covered under your exception?
Today, the bill is going through the House of Representatives before it reaches the Senate for a second time. Democrats propose amendment after amendment.
And no, I would not accept an amendment.
You may believe that.
The ban on abortions after 20 weeks has no exception in cases of rape or incest.
Just let the daddy be the grandfather and the father too.
There is also anger at the potential impact of closing most of the state's abortion clinics, all those that won't meet the new standards.
And what you're doing is you're making a class separation here. For the wealthy who can afford it, they can travel anywhere in the United States, within the state. And for the poor, you just happen to be up a creek without a pedal. And you can go to the back alleys where the coat hanger is used.
A 2011 law requiring women make 2 visits to a clinic before getting an abortion has already had an impact, according to Amy Hugstrom Miller.
We've seen quite a few cases, pretty poignant cases, of women trying to self-abort and by taking medication or by asking their partner to beat them in their stomach or try to cause an abortion.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we've seen that just in the last couple of years, last year and a half since that bill went into effect, because just that extra, on average, I believe it's about $150, not that they're paying us, but that they have the costs they incur by taking multiple days off work, by having to travel twice, by incurring a hotel fee, is just enough such that they can't afford the abortion.
This is not a Republican issue versus a Democrat issue. There were Republicans that opposed this bill. Well, one.
Representative Sarah Davis is Republican, the only one opposing this bill.
No one wants to see abortion. It is a horrible way to end a pregnancy, but it is a constitutionally protected right.
Her amendment would keep the 20-week ban, with exceptions, but remove all the new conditions imposed on abortion facilities and doctors.
For the Republicans who are driving this bill, what do you think it's about? I mean, they claim that it's about protecting women's health.
They do, and I think that sounds, I think that makes a pretty good sound bite, but I don't believe that it is about protecting women's health, especially when the result of the bill would be shutting down all but 5 clinics, and these clinics do more than just provide abortion services. They provide well woman exams, screening for breast and cervical cancer, which is something that's very dear to my heart. I'm a 37-year-old breast cancer survivor myself. And so shutting down all these clinics is nothing to promote women's health. I think that the bill is ultimately about banning all abortions in this state, and I think that clearly is unconstitutional.
Do your colleagues admit as much to you?
Yes, there have been several members that have admitted as much to me.
Senator Rick Santorum is one of several former Republican presidential candidates eager to attach himself to this issue.
The zealots are on the other side, ladies and gentlemen. The zealots are the ones out there, fighting against this reasonable safety measures for women and children.
You're referring to people who defend constitutional rights as zealots?
Why has there been such a roll call of Republican presidential nominees wanting to associate themselves with this issue?
I think this is just a political issue that really motivates what we call our primary voters, our most conservative voters. And this is one of those issues that has become almost a litmus test for determining who's the most conservative.
And the war on abortion is not just being fought in Texas.
Tonight, abortion opponents are planning to reintroduce their so-called heartbeat bill here in Ohio.
Republican states across the country are introducing near-identical laws.
Republicans in Texas, Ohio, and now North Carolina are trying to pass legislation.
Kansas is the latest in a string of states taking action.
The new Arkansas law, now by far the strictest in the nation.
What we've done is designed about 50 pieces of model legislation, and we've encouraged state legislators to look at these laws, the model laws, and to adopt those that apply in their state and that will work best for their citizens.
The anti-abortion playbook was written by Washington, D.C.-based lobby group Americans United for Life. Their strategy: use things like clinic regulations to chip away at the Supreme Court's Roe v. Wade decision protecting the right to abortion.
Until such time as Roe v. Wade is reversed and the attitudes of Americans change, we can only do so much within the legal constraints. So we think that right now the focus needs to be on women's health.
Today, the Texas bill must pass its final hurdle, the Senate vote.
And today I can't get that REM song out of my head. You know that song, It's the End of the World as We Know It, you know, song. I'm trying to keep my sense of humor.
The line of people hoping to get into the gallery snakes through the building.
So you guys are the front of the queue.
We are, 5 a.m.
Security is extra tight today and extra weird.
As we were coming in, they were searching our bags, and if you had a tampon or a pad or anything that had to do with menstruation, something that happens to women, you had to leave it outside. But if you have a handgun and you have a concealed carry license, you can bring your gun in. I know, right?
And did they say what?
There was intel. They got some intel that maybe something would happen.
With tampons?
Mm-hmm.
A tampon-based civil disobedience.
No woman should be judged by someone else. Someone who believes they would have made a different decision. No woman should be judged by someone else, because these decisions are never, ever easy.
We talked about the choice. You ask us, well, don't we put ourselves in the place of the woman and her choice? What choice does the baby have? Who speaks for the baby? Do you think if the mother had a conversation with the baby and said, you know, this just isn't really convenient to give birth to you right now. Do you mind dying?
I can't take it anymore.
I think that baby would say, I don't get mad with those folks, I pray for them.
Outside the Senate chamber, the Orange Army chants Wendy's name. Blue shirts are few and far between now. Inside, protesters do their best to disrupt proceedings. One woman chaining herself to the railing. But this time, the vote is passed. Those in blue are jubilant. Those in orange have Wendy.
So, what did Wendy Davis's filibuster achieve? Wasn't it ultimately futile?
Oh, absolutely not. I think we woke a sleeping giant in the state of Texas and beyond the state of Texas. People have come out of the woodwork to stand up and say, this is too much, I won't stand for this.
Let's make sure that tonight is not an ending point, it's a beginning point for our future, our collective future, as we work to take this state back. Thank you all so much.